They got the ethereal armor. That's 10, 11, 12. Ooh, man. And then they die. Oh, yes. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Somebody might have actually cracked white aggro, and I don't mean that weird enchantment deck. Hello, it's me, it's CGB, and today, well, there might be a certain set releasing, but we are looking at the first place finishing list from the recent Magic Online Challenge that happened over the weekend. 64 players enter, 1 player leave champion. Was it mono green? Nope. Was it Jeskai control? Nah. Might form harmonizers? Nope, none of those. Guys, what is this pile? Did they crack Sage of the Skies? This is an absolutely wild list. So looking at mono white aggro, they've been struggling to find an identity, but this one found one. Momo friendly Flier, bringing out those flying creatures and making a lot of, more creatures. Sage of the Skies is 2 and a white for a 2/3. When you cast this, if you've cast another spell, copy this spell. The copy becomes a token as flying and lifelink. Getting 2 of them really pumps Momo, is incredibly cheap, and you even can cheat the first spell with 4 copies of Springleaf Drum. Yes, mono white ramp creature, wild, tap an untapped creature for 1 mana of any color. Wrong art, get out. Where is my Lorwyn Eclipsed art? That's right, Lorwyn Eclipse, the newest set in Magic the Gathering. Amazing, beautiful, and we're sticking with it. Nurturing Pixie. Bounces a Seam Rip to remove stuff, I guess. Also bounces Sage of the Skies to cast more of them. Also helps with that 1 spell requirement. Curious Farm Animals. Yeah, that's in the deck. It's in the classic Boar, Elk, Bird, Ox card. Also 4 Get Lost. So there's a good amount of removal, which I'm kind of like, who dis? But then we have Starfield Shepherd, the Warp card, 3/2. That one enters, gets you a basic plains or a creature, mana value 1 or less to put into your hand. We got Figures of Fable, Nurturing Pixies, more Momos, and of course that 1 of to go search up the Curious Farm Animals. And the Cosmic Grand Zenith, the mythic that puts a counter on each creature you control when you cast 2 spells. And Halea, Guided by Light. Is this how we keep the cards flowing? This whole deck seems a little wacky, absolutely wacky to me, and I'm excited to play it and see if it can make it in best of 1, because if an aggro white deck can win a best of 3, surely we can rank up in best of 1. So let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Going in, we've got a Momo hand without any other flyers. Is this how the deck's supposed to work? I can't turn down 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. I mean, this is probably the fail state, is you just try to curve out with white creatures and get there. We have Voice of Victory against those pesky control decks. Red mana. Ha! You shocked Momo. Little do you know, I don't even have a flying creature. All right, 2 removal spells in hand. Will those come in useful or not? Is this mono red? Okay, well, so far they're mono red control, which is a deck maybe. I think I can do cool things with this card. Maybe I should play the Zenith first. That might be smarter than what I'm doing right now. But I don't know, this looked smart. I was so excited to do it, I forgot I could play Zenith first. They did just show me a Seer though, so there's a world where we don't play Zenith till we can also trigger it. It's not like 4 toughness is immune to red. Well, they play creatures. You caught me on a special day. I'm not playing counter spells. That it would be a land. So +1 on each creature you control is a heck of an ability. Play this. Play the Seam Rip. Trigger for counters or tokens? I think it's counters. No, tokens are good. They're not going to sweep the board. Tokens first, counters second. And then I'm taking out this Bastronaut. I don't mind paying some ward costs. But this little guy has killed me so many times, while this little Squelcher is just a stupid 2/2. I feel like we're way ahead here. Mono Red, what happened to you? How did you get this bad? Oh, look, guys. They have goblins and lizards in their red deck. It's incredible. All right, get over here. Come here. Come here, you little bugger. Come to your death. All right. Starfield goes and gets Pixie. Triggers again. Seems pretty good. This is a nice little combo if you just want to cast a few spells. Now we'll put up the counters and bounce this again. And we can seam rip. I don't know. Do we care about a hired claw? I just don't want them to get to max speed. It's like the only risk at this point. I send my 3/3 in the air. I mean, this feels pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie. Their Nova Hellkite. Oh no, not a damage. Anything but that. Okay. I mean, Hellkite's not a creature I can block very well, but it doesn't stick to the board either. That can't be right. Yeah. Okay. We did it. We got there. You can take one for the team. Have fun. You haven't killed a goblin yet this game. Yeah, we're not gonna let him reach max speed. Are you kidding me? All right, we'll go get the planes. Could also get the farm animals or some other creature, but the planes lets us start activating the temple next turn, which I think is clutch. Play this land. Get lost to the heavy one. And counters. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to win next turn at the latest. But I don't want this Squelcher to get any ideas of that it can win. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Oh, well. Okay, well, now they have to block it. That's nice. Did I miss lethal? Get lost, lethal. I hate attacking. I hate attacking so much. This is why I have a YouTube channel, you know? This is why people watch. Because if they just watch somebody play perfectly, you know, what do you learn from that? You learn nothing. You learn that you're not perfect. Because then you go out with the same deck and get smoked. They watch me. I do the dumb stuff. And then they don't have to. You're welcome. They're like, I don't want to be a CGB and not count my lethals. That's right. You don't. That would be terrible. That'd be stupid. You don't want to be stupid. Our opponent's just milking this for all it's worth. Getting every moment. Bang. Then conceding. Ow. All right. Who dares enter the realm of white flying creatures for cheap? Turn 1 figure, turn 2 drum figure level, turn 3 Cosmogram, no 1-drop. I don't know much about what this hand is even trying to do. I definitely don't feel like a flyer deck. I'm giving it a try because I need to figure out how these pieces really work together. Springleaf Drum can be a heck of a magic card. It's really good with Ornithopter in my Emery deck. Forsaken Miner, skeletons. This deck has been around lately. All right, figure. Drum. Tap for white. Level here. Defense or offense? Offense! Creature deck! And next turn, if I draw a 1-mana spell, I can Zenith on time. This is a deck that runs a lot of Nowhere to Run and Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay, well, could have been worse. Voice of Victory. I think we play that. And then we have extra mana. How do we use it? I think, like, I'm trying to figure out if I attack here. I don't think I do. They have lifelink, so racing them doesn't really work. And the Get Lost could surprise them. We could hit the Shelter by Ghosts, for example. If they play a Nowhere to Run, I might even hit my own Voice of Victory to get the maps. They're gonna play a Case. A lot of enchantments in this deck. Which one do you go after? Okay, interesting. A 6/5. Let's think. So if I blow up the armor, it goes back to being a 3/2, which can only kill one of these. We'll probably kill the Voice of Victory, and then we get back a Fable. That's pretty good. Especially since they're using auras out of their mind. I wish I could just kill the Shelter by Ghost, but that doesn't blow up enough enchantment to get there. Surprise! Was that a bit too strong? I'm sorry. They kill the other figure and let me have Voice of Victory. That's something. Yeah, I think we're making dorks. Dorks are what we make. No, I did it in the wrong. No, I didn't. No, it's second. It's second. It's second. It's the other one, the Sage that I still haven't drawn. That's the one I have to do in that order. We mobilize. We level up, level up. Oh yeah, we're coming at ya. We do have a small problem. I can't double spell next turn without the right draw. I need the warpy Star Angel thingy. Their hand can't be that good. They're just digging up lands with their maps. Surely they had something better to play here. More armor. All right, 13-17. Who wins the race? Figure of Fable off the top. We can level up all of our creatures, which I think is the right move, considering that next turn we want a double spell. Do I leave back a blocker? I'm at 13. If they play another skeleton, that's 5 plus 3 plus 4. If they had another ethereal armor, they could get me. I mean, they have 2 lands. I'm pretty sus of their hand. It doesn't seem to do much else. So I do think I need to leave back a blocker. Maybe I don't even use the temple this turn. One, 1, 3. Yeah, okay. Let's just do this. I think this sets us up to potentially win next turn. And then we use the Abandoned Air Temple. Or we could hit them for a lot more and leave 1 creature back this turn. And it should be big enough to avoid Nowhere to Run. So I guess it's the Zenith. So we do this. Like that. Activate this. Tapping you. Tapping. I guess yeah, it should be avoiding Nowhere to Run. And this has Menace, I know, but I'm worried about another hasty attacker. That, I think, is how we lose. If I leave myself unguarded to another hasty attacker. And then having this and a spell off the top should be a double spell for another buff that probably puts us way over the top. Scavenger. Battlefront. Okay. Is this where they hit? The double corpses. And is that enough? It's close. They got the ethereal armor. That's 10, 11, 12. Ooh. Ooh, man. And then they die. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Put on the board. Gotchoblin. I don't know, man. I don't know. I could just warp this for 1 life. That seems silly. I guess we just take turn 1 off, which is okay on the play. It does feel weird to not have 1-drops. But this is our first time drawing the gal who is guided by light. And our opponent has a 1-drop. It's not fair. There's a drum. Interesting. What do we do with that? If I play it now, I can play this and double spell next turn. I think I do that. Creature or artifact enters. So there is a world where you're gaining life off your drums. What are you? Blue, white. Pass. Don't like that. That makes me uncozy. I don't want to run the Zenith into a No More Lies. In fact, anything I do is probably going to hit a No More Lies, but let's try out this Starfield Shepherd because we have 2 of them. Works. Okay. Interesting. No More Lies is a card. I think I get a Momo and then get a Pixie. Seems pretty good. Definitely not getting a land. Momo. Let me have this. Thank you. White. Here. Oh, I can't warp this with the Momo? The first non-lemur spell you play with flying. Oh, well, we missed it. We missed the window because I already played this. All right, I could bring this out and it wouldn't really do anything. So we'll just pass from here. This is still okay. This is still a pretty good turn that's setting us up for the future. And they didn't do anything. So if they're just gonna play Malcolm, I can block, I guess. Don't really even want to. Let them have their pirates. Blue-white pirates. There's a good chance they don't have Quench or No More Lies after that, but if they pass with open mana from here, they could have Aang. Okay, they're tapping on their turn. Do they not know how blue works? Oh, look! Another deck that runs Sheltered by Ghosts. What a fresh and novel concept. 1 blue open. What's that? Spell Snare? We can play around that really well. When you cast your second spell, when you cast this spell, if you've cast another spell. Okay, let's go for it. If I cast this, it's gonna make the creatures, then this enters. Don't love that, but let's do this. Make stuff. And now they have a response? Is it bounce spell? Counter an ability. Okay. Could be worse. Is this Pixie time? I think it's more Momo. And punching me and looting, but we have a Zenith on the battlefield. Next turn, hopefully we Sage the Skies. There is weird sequencing there with the Guided by Light, though. But we want to get them into a race and then have Guided by Light provide the life gain so that they don't win the race when they think they would. And they're tapping out again. And they have Quantum Riddler on top, which I'm sure excites them. It excites everybody who's ever drawn a card before. Okay. This is a really tricky turn. We want the Momo. The next turn, I think we want like Hylia Sage. So this turn, we go with Momo. And Starfield Shepherd. And soldiers. And we got creatures in the air now. And we can go get something. I mean, Nurturing Pixie feels really good, but we could also hit our next land drop. This is one mana, 2/3 if we have Momo, 3 if we don't, 4/5. And we have another Shepherd that can still come down and get a Pixie later. So I'm going to take the Plains. And now we have a board that they have to figure out. They have Riddler to draw cards, but they don't get a free roll in the sky anymore. All right. There's a lot of stuff. What does all the stuff do? Is it all value or is there more to you? Enduring Innocence. It just looks like it's 100% value. Shelter by Ghosts. Shelter by Ghosts enables so many weird creature decks. I wonder if this deck should play Shelter by Ghosts for best of one as opposed to like Get Lost. Maybe. Something to think about. Okay. Are you guys ready to pop off? The question is how to do. This would be first spell. If you've cast another spell this turn, copy it. So it doesn't have to be our second spell. Okay. Warp. Sage. Let's put a counter on our creatures. Critter. Oh yeah. Critter. Oh yeah. Pixie. Hand. All right, it doesn't cost one less this time, but we have it for next turn. 5/5. If they trade, I get a new Momo. Love that. Mega Momo. Only down to 22. They can take it, but we do get the card draw from Guided by Light. And now with a Get Lost in hand, we're ready for all kinds of action. I mean, are they going to play Avatar's Wrath in that deck? They might. But other than that, they're probably not sweeping the board. They think more maps will solve their issues. Okay. Yeah, just keep doing it. Why not? Seems fun. Virtue of Loyalty makes a knight. Okay, that grows their army. I think the Zenith is gonna grow at the same pace though. Oh boy. Oh, we're gonna do it again. Drum it up. Counters. Trigger. All right. Shelter by Ghosts, probably not that necessary here. We have all these blockers for a Malcolm. Malcolm has 3 toughness. Let's get there. And you stay back. You're doing a great job right where you are. That 22 life is going to go down quickly. They know it's over. Yeah, this is board state.deck for sure. Momo. Are we gonna draw land? Let's find out. We can operate off 1 mana, can't we? That seems reasonable. We don't have a flyer for the Momo. Hey, never didn't have it. We'll top deck the flyer for the Momo. I have a plan. I have a big plan. Uh-oh. This, I'm not ready for this. I don't have any tricks to beat a perfectly curved out Reanimator. Sage. Okay, we gotta think. In a way, we have what we need, but I don't think I could do it this turn. I think I have to play Guided by Light, Springleaf Drum Figure, because we're going to be a mana short for Fable, and we want to give ourselves a chance to draw more lands. But I don't think this clock is going to be fast enough. Pretty fun to meet the 3 requirement on turn 2, but that voice probably isn't going to be fast enough either. We have to hope that their deck trips up, and their deck does not usually trip up, especially when they have Speaker, but they still need a Bringer in the graveyard. If they have it right here, they have Terror. Okay, they run Terror. Terror is a little less effective just because it can't do anything else, and it needs a Bringer to help it to be good. That's what we call the good news. I need a 1 mana spell, and I draw Momo. I need to cast something before the Sage. The Seam Rip won't do anything. But I guess this buffs another Momo? Doesn't feel good. Keep you. Take 4. Seems a long ways away from winning the game though, but they got a Town Greeter. That tells me they already have Superior Spider-Man. Okay. I mean, they could do it now, but all they'll get is a Terror. They still need a Bringer in the yard, which they didn't fetch with the Speaker. So what are they doing? They're killing a token. If they're playing defense, we have a chance. We have to figure out how to use our spells with very limited mana. Okay, yeah, they're spending their time trying to kill our stuff instead of progressing a game plan, so it's a chance. 1 mana. How do I gain more life? This thing milling is dangerous to us. We could get lost it. I think that's reasonable. Seam Rip doesn't do anything. The figure attacking just kind of levels into a 2/3. This doesn't do anything. I really need this on the board. Go wide. Eventually this is going to kill me. I think I just have to risk that they don't mill what they need. I'm not in a position to do anything else. Man, this is rough. It was going to be a hard matchup anyway. They whiff. They actually whiff. Come on, Town Greeter, whiff again. There's a Bringer and 2 Mind Bittens. They don't get a land. You gotta feel like they already have one of it. It's not the Bringer, they would have discarded it. You gotta feel like they already have Kavaro in hand. If they do, we've lost the game. There's almost nothing I can do. Awakening also gets it back. Yeah, we need some best of one ghost vacuum action in here. Okay, sure, you got an untapped swamp. Very, very nice. Is this another removal spell? Another removal spell. Level up. Well, they're doing a good job at, you know, the staying alive part. Okay, we have to kill this. Because at this point, when they get one of these, we lose for sure. So that's 2 mana. 1. And now we don't have Voice of Victory for the 2 enter triggers to trigger this. So it's just so bad. It's no shot. That's what it is. I don't think it doesn't matter if the greeter's in the graveyard. If they reanimate the graveyard, they win. I guess I could have used it to play another drum and I'd have more mana for the future. I'm resigned to my fate. And that's not a good place to be, but if they don't have it. The hell? Well, let's see if that costs me. Like, what did they search for with this speaker? It was like a town greeter? And now we're gonna get bodied by this overlord? This was just a terrible game from the get-go, but damn. I'm just gaining some life and drawing a card here, guys. I'm doing what I can. We need another way to deal with an Awaken the Honored Dead before... Well, no, this just gets what they need. It's over. Oh, God, that was bad. The deck was rolling, and then we realized we couldn't hate a graveyard. And it's too bad, because in best of 3, you just run your Rest in Pieces when you're in mono white, and you're in a pretty good spot. This deck probably doesn't want Rest in Peace. Because it runs Guided by Light, it probably does want Soul Guide Lantern. Is there anything I would do with that? Hold on, first. Fourth game without a turtle. Is there anything I would do to get in like a Soul Guide Lantern? Is there a creature card, mana value 1, that hates graveyard? Not really. Not well, right? But yeah, a cheap card like Soul Guide Lantern also triggers the Cosmogrand easier. The Get Lost, I'm just not sure. I'm really not sure. I didn't feel it. I didn't like it. The Voice of Victory is also like a pre-sideboard card. It's fine. 4 Seam Rip is a lot of Seam Rip. Never use the farm animals. Not even sure what I would use them for. But they're tutorable, which is nice. I thought this card was so slow. I did. I thought this card was... It's a mana sink in a deck that doesn't need mana sinks. I think it's so bad. So I guess I would remove this and run like 1 Ghost Vacuum, 1 Soul Guide Lantern, something like that. I would go down to like 1 Figure of Fable. That's how I think I would build it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this hot new best of 1 technology. I'm impressed in a lot of ways by the deck. It just doesn't have outs to a certain Reanimator best of 1 deck that's going nowhere. That's going to be legal in the format until Superior Spider-Man-y Carvaro, the Mind-Bitten card, is banned, which it probably won't be, but they might give it the Up the Beanstalk ban in year 2 of its existence, just so that the same frickin' deck isn't around for another year after that. If they do that, it's kind of stupid, because then they're just basically rotating the format on a 2-year rotation, which they took away for no reason, and they're just using bans to rotate the format instead. But at this point, anything's on the table with that with the behavior of WotC, right? So I would go down 2 figures, and I would run Graveyard Hate for best of 1 because you really can't beat that deck. And with that, I'm gonna log off. So thank you to CoolStuffInc.com for sponsoring the channel, as well as Dragon Shield. I've got links in the descriptions to support the channel. Moxfield decklist link in the description. Let me know in the comments. Do you like the Lorwyn standard piles continuing to come out? Do you like my turtle text counter? Does that bother you? Is that extra triggering, or is it fun? Let me know in the comments what you think. And as always, you're cool.